Alright. This has been my 5th attempt recording this video, and I'm not lying. And if it's like uploaded on YouTube and you guys are watching it, then I did not feed myself to the Hemless system. Deep Archimedea just dropped today, which is a new hard mode for Warframe. So a lot of late game players, this guide is for you. You can access this new mode. You have to talk to this fish after you gain the whispers in the wall, and then you have to get to rank 5. Then Lloyd is going to spawn on the 2nd floor. Another change that they brought with this update is that they have your Archon crystals moved to Bird 3. They used to be at Skipper at Cal's Garrison, but I think they moved them to Bird 3 because they want players to utilize the resources there to purchase other items in the shop. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been using it only for Archon crystals, so I never had enough to purchase any like additional other items, I think. But now you can use standing to purchase the shard. I already bought mine, that's why you didn't see it in the shop. But then once you get to Lloyd, you're going to talk to him. I'm not going to spoil everything, but it does seem that he doesn't want the Entrati family on Deimos to know this lab exists for some reason, which makes sense. But yeah, with this new mode, you have to choose a Warframe, weapons, and debuffs. Once you've selected a appropriate amount, this bottom bar is going to fill up. So if you did select and satisfy all requirements, you would cap out at your thing. If you don't have these weapons, you're unable to get that slot. So it's cool that they give you like kind of a time frame to initiate your grind if you did want to utilize the full resource. On top of that, from my experience, I went with Revenant, I took the Daiko, I took the Tinted Diplos, and then the Twin Basalts. Luckily, it was a good experience for me. I wouldn't say it was super easy, but it was different for my equipment. I did have to mod, for fighting the murmurs and the robots, I believe, called the Cavia. So I went with the Daiko and the Twin Diplos. I modded them with radiation so that they can go against the murmurs. And then for the Twin Basalts, I had a Riven, luckily, and then it wasn't really good, so I just rode it once and it gave me this Riven, so I instantly maxed it out. A cool thing with this new mode is that it did provide like incentives for me to utilize my Orking Catalyst on weapons I thought I would never use. So this mode is cool because it does kind of like, if you had a lot of resources left over, it will give you an incentive to use those resources on these weapons to help you maximize your full potential. So after you choose all of these debuffs, I had no shield recharging. I couldn't use my operator. I took damage when I was moving, and I had energy depletion depending on how many enemies were around me. So all of that debuffed my Warframe a lot. But on top of that, for Revenant, I went with high strength and duration. My Revenant is also Hemlith with Eclipse, so I was using that for the bonus damage. And then I had Arcane Energize to make sure I can use my moves a lot, like the Mesmer Skin and the Enthrall for the crowd control. And then for some bonus damage, I had Arcane Arachne. So those were unaffected by my debuffs, so that was good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of went in public, so you don't have to do this solo. But at the same time, if you're wondering if this is beatable solo, you can do this solo. You don't have to use these Warframes. You do have to use the ones that they select to gain more points. So if you're trying to aim for the highest reward possible, then yeah, you're gonna have to almost follow what they have, and it does rotate every week. But if you are just trying to do it just to beat it, then I believe you don't really have to follow these rules. One more important feature for this new mode is that it is a 3-part mission. So instead of how the sorties and Archon hunts, you can beat one mission and then go back to your ship, this one keeps you locked in for all 3. So the squad you start off with is going to be the squad you end with. You can't self-revive, but when you do die, you have a grace period, so you can gain 3 Mortis strikes. So if you're dead for more than 3 minutes, you gain a Mortis strike. If you do end up dying, then you would have to be waiting on your other teammates to find this Void Angel to defeat it, and then they can revive you. It took up 2 of your search pulses This week, since they wrote out this update, they gifted us an additional 5 surge pulses. So if you're wondering why you have more, that's why. You only can run that mission once a week, so the rest would just be wasted on, or not wasted, but used on Tafker. This is, remember, the weaker, or I wouldn't say weaker, but this is the easier version of the deep Archimedea mode up there. But that's pretty much it. I was just wanting to teach you guys how to do it or how to find it, and also curious on your guys' experience with this new hard mode. Was it really hard for you guys? Did you guys have the same weapons and Warframes that I did? But yeah, it seems like we're gonna get a lot of Archon crystals with this new mode out. But like always, you guys be safe. Let me know in the comment section below your experience, and like always, keep up the grind. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.